Hey guys, welcome back to the third and final episode of the Mudroom locker system. Let's get this thing finished.
Hi guys, my name is Khun and welcome in Taiwan. I give you a boom!
Now, this episode, I told you before, I was going to dedicate a little bit heavily on my painting process. I've had a lot of questions in regards to that, and I just kind of wanted to break it down. So, the sprayers that I use for my latex enamel-based paint, which is what I've been painting a lot of my cabinetry with, is a Graco, or Graco, however you want to say it. It's Graco, and it is just a HVLP paint sprayer that I picked up at Lowe's. It was about $125. It's just a turbine-fed sprayer like this. Has a pretty long hose. It only comes with one needle, so you kind of have to be very meticulous about how you thin your product, because you're not really going to have the choice of needles like you would with a high-dollar sprayer. Now, I did purchase from Lance Robleski. He sold me his Fuji 3-stage sprayer here, and I really have not utilized this in any of my videos, mainly because a lot of my projects as of late have been painted. And I really don't want to run latex through this particular paint sprayer. Not saying that you can't do it, I just choose not to do it. But if you did, you would just need to select the appropriate needle size for painting versus clear coating like lacquers and polyurethanes that you could spray from this very easily. So the painting that I'm going to concentrate on this time will be using this Graco sprayer, and I'll show you how to thin that up. But before I start doing all of that, I got to do a little prep work on my cabinetry. Now I've got a bunch of screw holes that are protruding on the outside of these carcasses. Now I don't necessarily have to fill them all because they're all going to be butted up to one another, but I might as well. So I'm just going to take some spackling, since I'm going to paint it, and I'm going to fill these holes. And it doesn't have to be nice and neat because spackling really sands down nice and quick and smooth. So just make sure that your hole has got enough pushed in it that whenever you sand over it, it gets completely covered. Now for the mixing process, I just have a small assortment of things that will help make this a lot easier rather than using just a can and a stir stick. What I've got here are some mixing mates that you can get at Rockler. They're very inexpensive, but make your life with mixing paint and thinning it out, getting it ready for spray, that much easier. And I've got just some regular latex enamel, already mixed black paint. Now you can have some mixed if you like. But I just give this a quick stir, and it has a little turbine at the bottom of it that really makes stirring very, very quick. Now I'm just going to pour a little bit into this empty container. That's about half full. And I'm going to take the smaller mixing mate and use it to help stir. But I'm going to take some water and add to this to thin it out. Now the concentration of water to paint is kind of an acquired thing. You kind of get better at it as time progresses. Basically, you want it thinned out to a certain viscosity so it goes through your sprayer that much easier. Now, there is a mixing cup that comes with your sprayer that you'll be able to figure that particular part out. But because I've done it so much, I kind of have a good feel as to what goes through this sprayer easier without having to use that cup. So, whenever you paint, you only need to hold your spray gun about 6 inches away. Move it in a parallel fashion. Try not to make any arcing motions. And just go from side to side, taking light passes each time so you have no drips whatsoever. Now, there's one very important step that you may not get to hear a lot about when it comes to painting projects. Now, this is something that's preached religiously with clear coat finishing. Now, whenever you spray or get anything wet on wood, it's going to raise the grain, which means the grain fibers are actually going to raise up. Now, In order to combat this, you have to sand between coats, and that goes for anything that you put on wood, whether it be paint or clear. And if you notice, the grain is raised on the sides of these cabinets. So I'm going to knock it down with some 220 grit sandpaper on a random orbit sander. Very light passes does the trick. Then you get a smooth surface on your next 2 coats. Hey guys, I just wanted to mention one quick thing. If you are not a subscriber of my channel already, be sure and hit that subscribe button. Also, Woodshop 101, the podcast that Jeremy Crawford and I do, we are holding a giveaway at the end of this month on the 29th. That giveaway will expire, and there are a lot of great prizes that you want to get in on. So go to countrysideworkshop.com and click on the giveaway area, and you will find all the information you'll need to know about how to enter. It's very easy, and you can enter multiple times for more chances to win. So guys, let's get back to it. So as you can see, the project is now finished, and this is going to serve a great purpose when it comes to storing the shoes as well as keeping them tucked away to where they're not such an eyesore and where you're not going to trip all over them. There's great storage down below for the shoes, as well as an odds and ends storage for things like car keys, pocket stuff, anything like that that you want to keep in there. And it can serve a purpose for just storing anything that I want to in the shop, as long as I don't impede on my family's storage capability needs. So it's got a nice little coat hook back here, plenty of room for tall jackets. The only thing that I really had to be sure to accommodate is the attic stairs. Now that's one reason why I didn't make the bench as deep as I did, mainly because the attic stairs were probably going to hit it on their way down. So I really had to make this thing fairly shallow on the bench, which is only about 6.5, 7 inches of sitting area, but really that's all you need to be able to put your shoes on. And then the cabinet up here is about 10 inches deep, so that's plenty of room for a coat. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the tutorial on how I do my painting, as well as the wrap-up process on finishing this build. So I hope you can join me next time when I start a picture frame with a specific joint that I've never done or tried before. So there's going to be a little experimenting. So I hope to see you guys then. I'll talk to you later. Boom!